Join us on Patreon and become part of our journey to uncover history's untold stories. Your support helps us create in-depth content, bring hidden narratives to life, and keep history alive for everyone.
Throughout the annals of human history, the representation of divinity has taken on many forms, each deeply embedded in the cultural, social, and spiritual frameworks of societies. Among these sacred images, few have captured the imagination and reverence of millions like the image of the Madonna and Child. Traditionally depicted as a pale-skinned Virgin Mary holding the infant Jesus, this imagery has become one of the most enduring symbols in Christian iconography. Yet, woven within the tapestry of religious art and devotion exists a powerful and enigmatic figure that challenges and enriches our understanding of divinity, the Black Madonna and Child. The Black Madonna, depicted as a dark-skinned Virgin Mary cradling her child, has been venerated across Europe, Africa, and the Americas for centuries. Her presence in shrines, cathedrals, and hidden sanctuaries speaks to a profound and often overlooked narrative, one that ties the origins of divinity to the Black experience. This image, shrouded in both reverence and mystery, offers a gateway into ancient spiritual traditions, historical migrations, and the socio-political dynamics of race and religion. To understand the Black Madonna and Child, one must embark on a journey through time, tracing the origins of this sacred iconography back to the ancient world. Long before the rise of Christianity, mother and child motifs were central to many African and Near Eastern spiritual traditions. In ancient Egypt, the goddess Isis was often depicted nursing her son Horus, a divine child destined for greatness. This imagery symbolized not only motherhood and protection, but also the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The resonance of Isis and Horus would later echo in Christian depictions of Mary and Jesus, suggesting a continuum of maternal divinity that transcended religious boundaries. The early Christian church, emerging within the multicultural melting pot of the Mediterranean, did not develop in isolation. It absorbed and adapted pre-existing symbols and narratives, many of which had African and Near Eastern origins. The influence of Egyptian spirituality, with its deep reverence for the divine feminine, subtly wove itself into Christian theology. As Christianity spread across Africa and Europe, the image of the dark-skinned Madonna persisted, particularly in regions where African cultural influences remained strong. Art historians and theologians have long debated the reasons behind the dark complexion of these sacred figures. Some attribute it to the natural aging of materials, the accumulation of candle soot over centuries, or deliberate artistic choices meant to convey spiritual depth. However, such explanations often fail to account for the intentional and widespread depiction of the Madonna with dark skin in regions far removed from environmental factors. Instead, a more profound truth emerges that these images were a reflection of the early Christian community's diverse makeup, inclusive of African and Semitic peoples. The veneration of the Black Madonna gained significant traction in medieval Europe, particularly in France, Spain, and Italy. Pilgrims would travel great distances to worship at shrines dedicated to these dark-skinned Madonnas, seeking healing, protection, and divine favor. In Montserrat, Spain, the revered La Morenita draws countless visitors, while France's Our Lady of Lapuy and Poland's Black Madonna of Częstochowa remain potent symbols of faith and resilience. These sacred sites reveal a deep-rooted acknowledgement of the Black feminine divine within predominantly white societies, an acknowledgement that challenges modern assumptions about race and religion. Beyond Europe, the Black Madonna holds a revered place in African and Afro-diasporic spiritual practices. In the Caribbean and Latin America, the syncretism of Catholicism with indigenous and African religions gave rise to powerful manifestations of the Black Madonna. In Cuba, Our Lady of Regla is venerated alongside the Yoruba Orisha Yamaya, while in Brazil, Our Lady of Aparecida embodies both Catholic and African spiritual traditions. These hybrid forms of worship reveal the resilience of African spirituality and its capacity to adapt and thrive despite colonial oppression and forced conversions. The image of the Black Madonna and Child also serves as a potent symbol of resistance and empowerment. During times of social upheaval, marginalized communities have turned to the Black Madonna as a source of strength and hope. For African Americans and other oppressed peoples, she represents a divine presence that understands suffering and advocates for justice. The Black Madonna becomes not just a religious figure, but a rallying symbol against racial and social injustice, embodying the intersection of faith and activism. In modern times, The Black Madonna continues to inspire both spiritual devotion and scholarly inquiry. Her presence challenges the Eurocentric portrayal of biblical figures and invites a re-examination of religious narratives. By acknowledging the Black origins of divinity, society can begin to dismantle the racial hierarchies that have long shaped religious thought. This acknowledgement not only enriches the spiritual experience, but also fosters a more inclusive understanding of humanity's shared sacred heritage. Moreover, the Black Madonna's enduring legacy prompts deeper questions about the construction of religious identity and the role of art in shaping collective memory. Why were certain depictions of divinity elevated while others were suppressed? How have race and power influenced the portrayal of sacred figures throughout history? Exploring these questions uncovers the complex interplay between theology, politics, and culture, an interplay that has profound implications for contemporary faith communities. The journey to uncover the Black origin of divinity is not merely an academic pursuit but a spiritual awakening. It calls for a recognition of the divine in all its diverse manifestations and a celebration of the rich tapestry of human experience. The Black Madonna and Child stand as a testament to the resilience of Black spirituality, a bridge connecting ancient wisdom with modern faith, and a beacon guiding humanity toward a more inclusive and compassionate understanding of the sacred. In embracing the Black Madonna, we are invited to see beyond color and form, to recognize the divine spark that resides within every individual, transcending race, culture, and creed. This recognition fosters a spirituality that is both deeply rooted and expansively universal, honoring the ancestral legacies that have shaped our collective journey. The Black Madonna and Child remind us that divinity is not confined to any one image or tradition, but is as diverse and dynamic as humanity itself. As we continue to explore and honor the Black origins of divinity, we are reminded of the enduring power of sacred imagery to heal, empower, and unite. The Black Madonna stands as a symbol of hope and transformation, urging us to reclaim and celebrate the fullness of our spiritual heritage. In her embrace, we find not only the story of a mother and child, but the story of all humanity, a story of love, resilience, and divine possibility.